Durrah from Montreal, Quebec.
Hi, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Ben Weider Classic here in Toronto. Is this your first international level competition?
Second, actually.
Okay, give me a little bit of a history about
Competition?
Yeah.
Well, I started competing back when I lived in Cairo, Egypt. When I was doing my engineering graduate, I competed the nationals and collegiate back home. Won nationals there.
So I'm talking to a former Mr. Egypt here?
Well, it gets better a little.
Okay.
I then moved to Canada in 2011. I competed in my first Canadian Nationals in 2012. Won that. I had a few, life bumps. Got burnt. Well, it's covered here. I then competed again in 2015 as a middleweight. Won that too. And then I did Legacy Cup the year after as a light heavyweight.
Was that in Edmonton?
That was in Edmonton. Won that too. And this is hopefully I'll, keeping my fingers crossed for a fourth one. And maybe the last one is
and the overall.
I don't know. It's written in stone. I always say you only win when no one better shows up, and that's in all sports. If Usain Bolt can lose, then it's just a matter of who shows up that day. Yeah.
Now, tell me about how you originally got into bodybuilding back in Cairo.
Well, given our culture, you either have to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer. So it was kind of a family thing. My brother's an engineer. My dad originally graduated as an engineer. So I kind of continued the tradition or whatever. But I didn't like it at all. So I found comfort in sports. I got into sports at 16. I used to box, but I always had problems with my shoulders. I actually had surgery here in the back. And so I started lifting weights just to get my shoulders stronger, but then I noticed I was growing a little faster than normal. Coach saw me at the gym back home, and he said, what's your goal? And I kind of knew right away. I was like, I want to be I don't want people to look at me and be like, oh, he has a very nice body. I want people to look at me and be like, what the hell is that?
At the wow factor. I'm a beast.
What is that? Yeah.
What is this?
What is this? Why do you look like that? Yeah. And that's, one thing led to another.
And here we are, multiple-time national champion, and very possibly an international champion at the end of today.
I'm blessed to be here, man. A lot of people don't realize how much blessed they are being in a place like Canada. Being from Egypt, it's a third world country. It's not the same. Like, people here are blessed, man. This is really the land of, if you can't make it here, you can't make it anywhere. So I'm just grateful and blessed to be here.
Now, one of the things that I've been asking some of the competitors we've been talking to today is, what really lights that fire under your ass about competing, going through those walls that you come up mentally against, in a prep. What keeps you focused and what keeps you going towards that goal when the going gets tough?
I think in my case, after I won nationals in Egypt, and I think after winning nationals in Canada, because I didn't think I was going to win nationals in Canada from the first time. I remember I was being on stage and I was like, oh, please God, just give me top 5 and I'll be good. I think after that, you kind of just want to maintain first. So that's one of the drives, and I know that if I'm not doing my homework, someone else is. Everyone goes through personal problems. Everyone. I never play that card where, I worked so hard. Everyone works hard. Everyone goes through personal problems, but you just got to keep going because some other guy is going to keep going. Yeah.
Well, you look fantastic today. Hopefully prejudging went really well for you.
It did. Yeah. I cramped up a little at first, but according to what the feedback that I'm getting, it's hopefully it'll be a good night.
Okay, good. Well, best of luck to you, and hope to see you on that stage.
Hopefully, man. Thank you for the interview.
Thanks for talking to us.